Good afternoon. Welcome to the Palmasola Softball Complex. It's day number 14 of the FGCL, and after some delays due to heavy rains yesterday and overnight, we are ready to go here with the first of what is now 2 games here on field number 2, as the Manatee Sea Cows will take on the South Bradenton Skeeters. To get things started here today, I'm Tom Canterbury. Thank you so much for joining us here today for another matchup here in the FGCL. Here is the starting lineup for the Manatee Sea Cows. They are 4-7 overall. They're on a 3-game losing streak. They're in 8th place in the league, 5 games back in the loss column under head coach Brett Sauerwein. The starting lineup is Rayleigh McKinney, the extra hitter, batting first, with Riley Fennell center field batting second. Batting third is Tara Vanderwater, the catcher. Jensen Bien, the left fielder, bats fourth. Batting fifth is Brooke Watson, the third baseman. Bree Urban, first base, batting sixth. Batting seventh is Coco James, the shortstop. Allie Boardwine, designated player, will bat eighth. Batting ninth, Gabriella Bonilla, the second baseman. And the right fielder, Bayla Mansfield, will bat 10th. They'll face in the circle for the Skeeters, the right-handed sophomore out of Weber, Miranda Gill. Gill on the year, making her 8th appearance for the Skeeters. She's gone 16 1/3 with an 0-3 record, 32 runs allowed, 27 have been earned, a 11.57 ERA, 40 hits, 2 strikeouts to 4 walks. That's a 2.69 whip. As a team, the Skeeters, through 10 games, have given up 78 runs, 65 have been earned, a 7.22 team ERA, and a 2.06 team whip. Defensively, for the Skeeters, it'll be Castillo in left, Westmiller in center, Barton in right, Chadwick at third, Redders at short, Hawk at second, Steinhorst at first, Mueller is catching Gill, and Riley is the extra player. First pitch from Gill is a little inside for ball 1, and we are underway. That's a fly ball, well hit to deep center field. That one's back and off the wall. McKinney will stay at first, as that was hit so hard it bounced right to Westmiller, and that's going to be held to a long single for Rayleigh McKinney to start things off. That will bring up Riley Fennell. She's 7 of 27. Batting .259, 6 runs scored, 3 runs driven in with 4 doubles. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Fennell also has 3 sacrifice fly RBIs on the year. All 3 of the RBIs are from sac flies. That's a well hit ball to deep left field. That one is way back, way gone. That's not a sacrifice fly. That's a 2-run homer for Riley Fennell. And the Sea Cows are on the board early, 2-0. For Fennell, her first home run of the season. And RBI is 4 and 5. It's 2-0 Sea Cows right off the bat. Tara Vanderwater will now be the batter. First pitch to her, low and inside for ball 1. Vanderwater is 7 of 24, batting .292, 5 runs scored, 11 runs driven in. She has 3 homers and 3 doubles. She's been walked 4 times and been hit once. As a team, entering today, through 11 games for the Sea Cows, they have a team batting average of .240. They've scored 41 runs and have a team on base percentage of .334. .79 degrees at first pitch, cloudy skies. Pretty nice breeze. Overall, it's pretty comfortable. Just a little bit wet after it rained most of the off day yesterday and some overnight as well. Vanderwater takes the walk. Now there's a runner on first, still nobody out here in the top of the first. for the left fielder, Jensen Vienne. Vienne is 8 of 24, batting .333, 6 runs scored, 2 runs driven in, 2 doubles, and 6 walks on the year. First pitch is a strike, throwing down, but sliding in safely with a stolen base is Sarah Vandewater. Line to left, that's down for a base hit. It's fair. Rounding third is Vandewater. She will come in to score, and Vienne will take second. RBI double for Jensen Vienne. The Sea Cows are off and running with a 3-0 lead here in the first. Third baseman Brooke Watson now the batter. Low for ball 1. Watson 8 of 25, batting .320, 4 runs scored, 4 runs driven in, 2 doubles, a walk, a hit by pitch, and a sac fly. That one's fouled away, 1-1. The 9:30 a.m. window of games today played off-site at Bradenton Christian School. Unfortunately, those games not able to be streamed today. And the first game of the day yielded a pretty big upset, as it was the Circus knocking off the Aquanauts 9-0. The Rivermocks and the Queens are underway over there for the second game of the day. Coming up next here on Field 2, the final game of the day, will be the Pioneers taking on the Slice. Low and in, ball 4. Runners now on first and second. Nobody out, as Sea Cows have sent 5 batters to the plate, and they have all reached. Bree Urban will now be the batter. Urban batting .250. She's 6 of 24. 3 runs scored, 2 runs driven in, a home run, and 4 walks on the season for Urban. Over on Field 1, the Rodeo and the Fins getting underway, and they'll wrap up the day with the squeeze and the impact. Beginning of what is the final full week of regular season play here in the FGCL. Sea Cows are coming off of being swept in a 3-game series by the league leading Squeeze. That one is lifted, foul ground, first base side, and not tracked down. 2 balls and a strike. The Skeeters lost their series to the Circus 2-1. Tomorrow, the Sea Cows will take on the Aquanauts at noon over on Field 1, as that one swung on and missed 2-2. It'll be the Skeeters and the Fins on Field 1 at 2:30. Three and 2 now the count. Give you an up-to-the-minute standings update, including the game played earlier between the Aquanauts and the Circus. Payoff pitch, fouled away. We'll do it again, 3 and 2. The Squeeze are in first place. They're at 10 and 2 on a 5-game winning streak. The Aquanauts and the Queens now tied for second at 9 and 3. Impact in fourth at 7 and 4. The Slice tied for 5th with the Rodeo at 7-5. That's the line. That's going to get through. 4-base hit into center field. Bien will come in to score from 3rd. She started at 2nd. She hesitated around 3rd, but then came in to score. An RBI single for Bree Urban, and it's 4-0. And Morgan Kosler is going to come out, and I believe going to make a change in the circle. So it was a tough go for Miranda Gill here today. Urban with the RBI single. Gill did not record an out. Gave up 4 hits, 4 runs that are all earned, responsible for the 2 runners that are on base with 2 walks and no strikeouts. So the new Skeeter pitcher will be Grace Rourke. Rourke, the righty sophomore from Mercer, will now step in. On the year, making her 8th appearance for the Skeeters. She's pitched 26 2/3 innings, does not have a record. 14 runs allowed, 8 have been earned for a 2.10 ERA. 26 hits, 14 strikeouts, 9 walks, 131 whip. And she's going to try to stop the bleeding here for the Skeeters. The Sea Cows have plated 4 without an out here in the top of the 1st inning, with Coco James stepping in. First pitch, low and outside for ball 1. James batting .208. She's 5 of 24. 4 runs scored, 2 runs driven in, with 3 walks so far here in the FGCL. An upper back to Rourke. She knocks it down, but will not have a play, and that's going to be an infield single for Coco James, and the bases are now loaded with nobody out. For Allie Boardwine. Boardwine batting .150. She's 3 of 20. 2 runs scored with an RBI. A couple of walks and a sac fly on the year. First pitch to her is a called strike. Pushing up those standings. Rivermocks are in 7th. They're 5 and 6 on the year. In 8th are the Sea Cows. They're at 4 and 7. You want to be at least in the top 8 to avoid having to play in the first round. 12-team single elimination playoffs. A little bit inside, 1 and 2. Circus now in 9th. They're at 4 and 9. Finns in 10th at 3 and 8. Skeeters at 2 and 8 are in 11th, and the Pioneers in 12th at 2 and 9. Called strike 3. Hit the outside corner, and there's the first out of the game on the 8th batter. And with 1 out, that brings up Gabriela Bonilla. First pitch is a strike. Bonilla is 1 of 14 on the year as a run scored, and she's been walked 6 times, so a 350 OBP despite the average. Fouls that one off. 1 ball, 1 strike. Top of the 2nd over at BCS, the Queens and the Rivermocks, no score. foul back. And over on field one, they're heading to the bottom of the first, no score between the Rodeo and the Finns. Here it's 4-0. Ground ball to short. They'll throw to fifth, or to five, the third base for the out. Excuse me. RBI fielder's choice for Bonilla. As Watson comes in to score, Urban is out. And runners on first and second now with 2 outs. Wild pitch will allow both runners to move now into scoring position. As Vela Mansfield is the batter. Mansfield's 1 of 17. She has an RBI and 3 walks. Mansfield, the 10th batter of the inning. Slaps and misses there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bounces in, it bounces away, and another run will come in to score on the wild pitch. Six nothing. Runner now on third. Swung on a miss for strike 3. And that will do it for the Sea Cows here in the first, but it was a big first inning for Manatee as they get 6 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and 1 runner left. We played a half inning. Sea Cows 6, Skeeters coming to bat. This is the FGCL. Six nothing Sea Cows as we head to the bottom of the first inning. Here is the starting lineup for the South Bradenton Skeeters. They are 2-8 on the year, a 1-game losing streak. They're in 11th place in the league, 6 games back in the loss column. Behind head coach Morgan Kosler, the starting lineup is Adelaide Hawk, the second baseman, leading things off with Jenna Redder, shortstop, batting second. Lindsay Chadwick, third base, batting third. Brooke Steinhorst, first base, bats fourth. The pitcher is Miranda Gill. She's batting fifth. Alexa Mueller catching, batting sixth. Tegan Riley, the extra hitter, bats seventh. Right field, Avery Barton batting eighth. Batting ninth is Kate Westmiller, the center fielder, and Ava Castillo, the left fielder, will bat 10th. They'll face in the circle for the Sea Cows, the right-handed redshirt junior out of Mercer. She's in the transfer portal is Katie Rearley. First pitch to Adelaide Hawk is popped up. Bonilla will make the catch, and there's one away. Entering today's play, Rearley has pitched now in her 6th game for the Sea Cows. She's pitched 20 innings with a 1-2 record, 14 runs allowed, 10 have been earned, a 3.50 ERA, 31 hits, 16 strikeouts, 7 walks, and a 190 whip. First pitch to Jenna Redders is outside for ball 1. As a team, the Sea Cows, through 11 games, have given up 58 runs, 42 earned, for a 4.14 ERA, and a team whip at 175. 1-1 now on Redders. Redders batting .292. 7 of 24, 7 runs scored with an RBI. She has a double. 4 walks and hit by pitch on the year. Ground ball to short. Collected by James. The throw is there, and there's 2 away. The defense for the Sea Cows. Bien in left, Fennell in right, in center, Mansfield in right. Watson at third, James at short, Benny at second, Urban at first with Vandewater behind the plate, McKinney and Boardwine, the DP and the extra hitter. 2 out, nobody on for Lindsay Chadwick. First pitch is a called strike to Chadwick. She's batting .238, 5 of 21, 2 runs scored, 2 runs driven in. With a walk, 2 hit by pitches, and a sac fly. As a team, the Skeeters, through 10 games, have scored 36 runs for a .250 batting average and a team OBP sitting at .361. Fly ball left field. Being is there, she'll make the catch, and the Skeeters go down in order here in the first, unable to answer the Sea Cows. For the Skeeters, no runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left. We head to the second inning, 6-0. Sea Cows with the lead. This is the FGCL. Top of the order due up for the Sea Cows here in the second inning. They lead it 6-0. And what we now have in the circle, a battle of currents and one in the transfer portal. Mercer Bears, Grace Work, sticking with the Bears from Frederick, Maryland. For Mercer this past year, had a 4.24 ERA and 62 and 2/3 innings pitched. 75 hits, 52 runs, 38 earned. She walked 28, struck out 35, had a 5-4 record for Mercer this past year. Rayleigh McKinney will now be the batter. She singled and scored in the first. First pitch fouled back for strike 1. The final line for the starter for the Skeeters, Miranda Gill, did not record an out. 4 hits, 5 runs, all earned, 2 walks, and no strikeouts. McKinney fouls that one back, 0-2. McKinney out of Southeastern University, a sophomore this past year from Brandon, Mississippi. First team All-Sun Conference. That one bounces in, 1-2. ground ball to second. Hawk has it, makes a throw, and there's one away. Riley Fennell now the batter. Hit a two-run homer her first time. Fennell, a freshman at Clemson in 2025 from Oviedo, Florida. Ground ball to second. Bonilla has it bounce up on her, and Fennell is going to reach on the E4. First error of the game for the Skeeters. Runner on first with one away for Tara Vandewater, catcher who walked and scored back in the first inning. That one is going to get out of play, foul. Vandewater at Oklahoma State this past season, entered the transfer portal and is headed to Creighton from Winterset, Iowa. Scored 8 runs and was 1 for 4 in limited playing time for the Cowgirls this past year. Hit and run, and that's going to be stopped at short on a dive by Redders, but she'll have no play. An infield single for Vandewater. Runners now on first and second with one away. For Jensen Vienne. RBI double her first time. She came around to score. Vienne, a redshirt junior at Baylor this past year from Huntsville, Texas. It's outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Was over 16 for the Bears this past season. That is found the stroke here in the FGCL, preparing her for that senior year in Waco. Inside for ball 4. And the bases are now loaded with 1 away. Six 0 Sea Cows, but they're looking to put this one away here early. Brooke Watson, the batter. This pitch is low for ball 1. Fennell on third, Vandewater on second, Ian on first. Brooke Watson, the batter, fouls that one off. 1 ball, 1 strike. Watson from Chattanooga State, a freshman from right there in Chattanooga. Batted .400 for Chattanooga State this past year. 46 RBIs at 9 home runs, a couple of triples, 11 doubles, 40 runs scored at a .440 OBP. Oh, that one hits the runner, Vienne. And all the runners are going to have to go back. So the batted ball hits Vienne. She's out. And now there's 2 outs with the bases loaded. Tough luck there. Vienne just could not avoid that ball. Hope she's okay. That hit her right on the leg. So Watson reaches on the fielder's choice. Bases are still loaded. There's still 2 away for Bree Urban. RBI single her first time. Swung on and missed. 4 strike 1. Urban, a sophomore from Omaha, Nebraska. A sophomore at Omaha. Bet at $339 for Omaha this past season. 39 of 115. She had 17 RBIs, 5 doubles, and scored 24 runs. Had a 472 OBP. Fouled that one off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the second. Sea Cows trying to add to their 6-0 lead. They have the bases loaded. Bree Urban at the plate. And it was after the RBI single by Urban back in the first inning that Morgan Costler decided to make a change in the circle and bring in Grace Rourke. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Big strikeout by Rourke, and she is able to dance out of danger here in the second as the Sea Cows not able to add to their 6-0 lead. No runs on 1 hit. There was 1 error and 3 left. We move to the bottom of the second, still 6-0. Sea Cows with the lead. This is the FGCL. Six nothing Sea Cows as we head to the bottom of the second inning. Brooke Steinhorst will be the batter as 4-5-6 are due up for the Skeeters. Katie Rearley back out for her second inning of work for the Sea Cows. First pitch is low for ball 1. Steinhorst 2 of 9. A .222 average entering today's play. Rearley, a redshirt junior at Mercer this past season. She is in the transfer portal from Townsend, Georgia. Had a .352 ERA for Mercer this past year, 59 2/3 innings. 78 hits, 32 runs, 30 earned, 13 walks, 36 strikeouts, a 7-2 record. Helped leading the Bears to a conference championship. They made it all the way to the championship game of the Gainesville Regional. The 3-1. Fouled back. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Under now, FGCU head coach Lindsay Fico. FGCL alum. That's fouled back. We'll do it again. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Another payoff pitch to Seinhorst. Ground ball to deep short. The backhanded play is made. The throw is not in time. James made a great stop. Didn't think she had a chance, and it was a bang-bang play. And Seinhorst beat it out for the infield single. They'll bring up Grace Rourke. First pitch is a called strike. Rourke 0 for 3 so far here in the FGCL with a strikeout. Down the count 0-2. Ground ball to second. Throw to second for 1. Won't be able to turn the double play, but the lead runner retired. Bonilla to James, and there's one gone. Rourke is going to be replaced by a courtesy runner. Lindsay Chadwick will come in to run for Rourke. And Alexa Mueller will be the batter. Mueller is 5 of 21, batting .238. 3 runs scored, 3 runs driven in, with 4 walks. First pitch is a called strike. That one missed a little bit high. 1 ball, 1 strike. One is right in there. Count moves 2 balls, 2 strikes. Over at BCS, they're now in the top of the 4th. The Queens lead the River Mocs 1-0. On field 1, they're in the bottom of the 2nd. The Fins with a 2-1 lead over the Rodeo. That one's a little bit high. The count's full, 3-2. Line it to second. Bonilla will make the grab. Chadwick is back in time. And there's now 2 away. Hard hit ball there for Mueller, but bad luck right at Bonilla. Now 2 out, runner on first. For the extra hitter, Tegan Riley. First pitch fouled away. Riley batting 182. She's 4 of 22. 4 runs, 3 RBIs, including 2 homers that both came in the same game. 4 walks and a hit by pitch. that one off. Vandewater saying that she caught the ball, and umpires are getting together, and the out is going to be called. Home plate umpire could not see it. Our base umpire says yes, the catch was made, and that'll do it for the Skeeters here in the second. That's a strikeout, and the Skeeters here in the second inning. No runs on a hit, no errors, and one left. We played 2, 6-0. Sea Cows with the lead. This is the FGCL. Six nothing Sea Cows. The first pitch to Coco James is high for ball one. James singled and scored her first time. James, a freshman at UCF this past season from Riverside, California. Batted .241 with 11 RBIs, a homer, 5 doubles, and 14 runs scored for the Golden Knights this past season. Bunt is down, it's foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's Brett Sauerwein, the head coach of the Sea Cows, his first year here in the FGCL. Fouled off, stays live, 1-2. He is the head coach at the State College of Florida. Assistant coaching jobs at McKendree and Florida Southwestern before he became the head coach at the State College of Florida. That one hits the outside edge for a called strike 3. James down on strikes. There's one gone. Here in the third. They'll bring back up Allie Boardwine. She struck out her first time. 4 Ks in relief so far for Grace Schwark. First pitch is a strike. Oh, and 2. Ground ball to short. Stop made by Redders. The throw, there's 2 away. First pitch swinging is Gabrielle Bonilla. Grounds it to third, and that'll do it for the Sea Cows here in the third inning. They go 3 up and 3 down. We head to the bottom of the third, still 6-0 Sea Cows. This is the FGCL. We head to the bottom of the third inning, 6-0 Sea Cows. Avery Barton leading things off for the Skeeters as they try to get some runs on the board and start cutting into this lead. 1 ball, 1 strike on her. Katie Rearley out for her third inning of work. Barton, 7 of 22. She's batting .318 entering today's play. 5 runs scored, 2 runs driven in. She has a homer and a double. And she's been walked 8 times, a 500 OBP for Barton. Here's Morgan Kosler, the head coach of the Skeeters, her 5th year as the head coach of the Skeeters here in the FGCL. Second longest tenured coach in the league. Popped up on the infield. Bonilla is there. She'll make the catch for out number 1. I'll bring up the center fielder, Kate Westmiller. Bunted foul. Westmiller is 3 of 26. 2 runs scored. She's been walked once and she's been hit once so far here in FGCL play. Trying to get things started for the Skeeters. Slow roller to second. Bonilla charges in. Stopping the throw. There's 2 away as they continue to test Bonilla at second base. With no luck for the Skeeters so far. 2 out, nobody on for the left fielder, Ava Castillo. Castillo batting .143. She's 4 of 28. 3 runs scored with an RBI. A walk and 2 hit by pitches on the year. Slaps and miss. 4, strike 1. Just misses. 2-2. Foul back. We'll do it again. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Again, this is the first of now 2 games here on field 2. Field dried up enough for it to be playable for a 1:30 start here this afternoon. Foul back again. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Coming up next will be the Pioneers and the Slice. Around 3-ish. Correction, around 4-ish. Payoff pitch. Excuse me, swing. That's fair down the third base line. Watson has it. Makes a stop in the throw for out number 3 to retire the side. Skeeters in order here in the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left. We're through 3. Sea Cows now lead it, or still lead it, I should say, 6-0. This is the FGCL. Six nothing Sea Cows. We head to the 4th inning. 10-1-2 due up. First pitch to Bailey Mansfield. Grounded back to the pitcher, and there's quickly 1 away. Grace Work in her 3rd full inning of relief. In 3 innings of relief so far. She's given up 1 run on 2 hits. She struck out 4 and walked 1. Riley McKinney slices that one foul. McKinney is 1 for 2, singled and scored in the first, grounded out in the second. Ground ball to short. Bedlers has it, and there's 2 away. 2 out now, nobody on for the center fielder, Riley Fennell. Fennell, 1 for 2, hit a 2-run homer in the first, reached on an error in the second. Takes that one on the left hip for a hit by pitch. So a 2-out runner on first for the catcher, Tara Vandewater. Vandewater, 1 for 1, walks and scored in the first, singled in the second. Ground ball to short. They'll take the short, throw to second to get the out and retire the side. Sea Cows get a base runner, but can't get her over here in the fourth. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left. We head to the bottom of the fourth, still 6-0 Sea Cows. This is the FGCL. One ball, one strike on Adelaide Hawk. Top of the order, due up for the Skeeters here in the fourth. Sea Cows with a 6-0 lead. They scored all 6 in the first inning. Hawk 0 for 1 with a pop out. Katie Rearley back out now for her 4th inning of work. She's getting 1 hit and no runs through the first 3 innings. 1 strikeout and no walks. That one's down into left field. Digging for second. And standing up there with a leadoff double is Adelaide Hawk. Skeeters trying to get something going here in the fourth. And that one's through for a base hit. Jenna Redders takes one past shortstop into left field, and runners down on the corners and 1 away. Excuse me, nobody out. Runners on the corners. Lindsay Chadwick 0 for 1 with a fly out. First pitch is a strike. Runner goes, and she'll get second without a throw. So stolen base for Redders. 2 runners in scoring position with nobody out now here in the bottom of the 4th. Chadwick takes that one high, 2-1. Junior from Tampa. Jacksonville Dolphin. Batted .130 this past season. 9 RBIs, 2 homers, a double, and 8 runs scored. And Vandewater going out to talk with her. Talk with Rearley. The Skeeters have a runner past first base for the first time today. 2 on, nobody out. A 3-1 count on Lindsay Chadwick. Fouled off on a check swing, 3-2. Barely looks in, and the payoff pitch. Ground ball, that's through for a base hit in the left field. 1 run will score. Redders will say at third, but that's an RBI single for Lindsay Chadwick. And the Skeeters are on the board. It's now 6-1. So Hawk scores. Redders stops at third. And they'll bring up Brooke Steinhorst. Steinhorst had the lone hit of the ball game for the Skeeters before this inning. The single back in the second. First pitch is in there, 4 strike. Fouled away, no balls, 2 strikes. Little outside, 1-2. Steinhorst, a sophomore at Madison College from Poinette, Wisconsin. Second team All-Region this past season. Batted .395 for Madison. 49 and 124, 33 runs scored, 33 runs driven in, I should say, with a homer. 16 doubles, she scored 21 runs and had a .418 OBP. Barely looks in, another payoff pitch. No, 2-2 pitch, excuse me, is high and away now. Count is full. Now the payoff. That one's fouled away, we'll do it again. Another 3-2, another foul ball. Foul ball stayed in play, and then it hit up against the backstop. Count remains 3-2. Quite a battle here between Steinhorst and Rearley. The Skeeters are on the board, and a big hit here could really get them back in the ball game. Fly ball to the left, catch is made. Tag up from third. She'll score. Does Redders, and that's going to be a sacrifice fly for Brooke Steinhorst. It's now 6-2 Sea Cows. Grace Work now the batter. She reached on a fielder's choice her first time up. Out of the Box Podcast scoreboard update is the pitcher's duel over at BCS. The Queens lead the Rivermocks 1-0. They're in the top of the 6th. The lone run of the ball game back in the second inning, a solo homer by Maya Doyle. Over on field one, they're in the top of the 4th inning. The Finns lead the rodeo 5-3. Here at 6-2 Sea Cows. Skeeters scored 2 in the inning, looking for more as that one's fouled off, and the count's full 3-2 for Grace Rourke. Rourke, a PO at Mercer, but getting some at-bats here in the FGCL. Payoff pitch. Hit the outside corner for a called strike 3. And there's now 2 gone here in the 4th for the Skeeters. And the batter will be Alexa Mueller. She lined out her first time. Mueller, a first year at Harvard this past season from Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. For the Crimson, batted .368. RBIs with a homer, 2 triples, 6 doubles, and 11 runs scored. Had a .468 OBP, 28-76 at the plate. Low and inside, 3 balls and a strike. 2 outs, runner on first. Skeeters have scored 2 in the inning. Line, and that's through for a base hit. Pass Watson at third. And now runners are on first and second with 2 outs. For the extra hitter, Tegan Riley. Riley, a sophomore at Lynn from Tampa. Batted .270 for Lynn this past year. 38 at 141, 26 RBIs, 5 homers, 2 triples, 4 doubles, and 20 runs scored. First pitch is low and away for ball 1. Three balls, no strikes. Rarely cruised through the first 3 innings, gave up just 1 hit. But here in the 4th inning, the Skeeters have had some production. Double, single, single, sac fly, strikeout, single so far in the inning. Fouled away. Counts full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. That'll give the runners on first and second a head start here. Payoff. Misses for ball 4. Now the bases are loaded with 2 away. Avery Barton, the batter, she popped out her first time. These two players, teammates last year at Mercer. That one by her with a rise, 0-2. Barton at Mercer this past year, her junior season, was 3 of 33, 4 RBIs, 2 doubles, and 3 runs scored. Takes that a little outside, a ball and 2 strikes. Two is fouled away. We'll do it again. That one's going to be down for a base hit to left field. 1 run will score. Others will stay, but that's an RBI single for Avery Barton, excuse me. Mueller scores. Excuse me, Chadwick scores. Mueller to third. And it's now 6-3. Sea Cows with the lead. Bases are still loaded with 2 outs for Kate Westmiller. 0 for 1 with a ground out. Fly ball to left field. Being as there, she'll make the catch for out number 3 to retire the side. The Skeeters are back in it. As here in the 4th inning, Skeeters score 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and 3 left. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Excuse me, we head to the 5th inning, 6-3. Sea Cows with the lead. This is the FGCL. Six-3 Sea Cows. We head to the fifth inning. Shenzhen Vian leading things off for the Sea Cows as they try to answer back after the Skeeters cut the lead in half in the fourth inning. Takes the first pitch for strike one from Grace Rourke. In 1 for 1 with an RBI double and a run scored in the first, walked in the second. A couple of defensive changes for the Skeeters. Riley now playing third base, and Miller enters the game. She is playing first. Ground ball fouled away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rourke came in the first inning after Miranda Gill gave up 5 runs without recording an out, and she's only allowed the 1 run since. Swing and a miss, and 1 in the dirt for strike 3. They'll throw down, and Vian is retired for the first out of the inning. Fifth strikeout of the day for Grace Rourke, and that brings up Brooke Watson. 0 for 1 with a walk, a run scored, and a fielder's choice. Last time up, Watson hit the base runner, Vian, in between first and second base with a batted ball. Hence the fielder's choice on a well-hit ball that had been avoided on the base paths. Would have been a base hit instead. Fielder's choice, now a 2-0 count on Watson. Hard hit ball to second, and that one will get past the second baseman into right field. And that is going to be the second error of the day for Hawk over on second. Hard hit line drive, but right at her. So that brings up Bree Urban. 1 for 2 with an RBI single back in the first inning. opposite way, and that's going to get past Barton, and that's going to get possibly all the way to the wall. Ball gets in, and Urban will stay at second. Watson at third, and that is a double to put 2 runners in scoring position with 1 out here in the 5th. Really good job by Barton to get that ball in after it got past her. I really thought once it got past her that we might be talking about a triple, if not an inside the Parker for Bree Urban, but instead she stands on second for Coco James. First pitch swung on and missed. James is 1 for 2. Singled and scored in the first, struck out in the third. Ground ball. That is going to get through. And interference on the base paths is going to be called. And I think the runners have to return back. Yeah. So Urban is out. James reaches on to fielder's choice. And there's 2 away. So just like I was talking about with the batted ball hitting the base runner, that's now the second time the base runner has caused an out for the Sea Cows here today. First pitch is a strike to Allie Boardwine. Boardwine 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. Runner goes, swing and a miss. James will be on second without a throw. Needs a ball and 2 strikes now with 2 in scoring position for the Sea Cows. Ground ball to second. Hawk has it. She'll make the throw for out number 3 to retire the side. The Sea Cows cannot add to their lead here in the 5th. No runs on 1 hit. There was 1 error and 2 left. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning, 6-3, Sea Cows with the lead. This is the FGCL. 6-3 Sea Cows as we move to the bottom of the 5th inning. Sea Cows scored 6 in the first, Skeeters with 3 in the 4th. Ava Castillo leading things off for the Skeeters, facing a new pitcher for the Sea Cows. Allie Bunch replaces Katie Rearley. Bunch, so far here in the FGCL, has gone 26 innings and has a 3-1 record, and now her 8th appearance. 14 runs allowed, 5 have been earned. Ground ball to second. Stop is made, the throw's in time, and there's one gone. She's going to 21 hits, 18 strikeouts to 9 walks, a 115 whip. Rarely went 4 innings, gave up 6 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. 5 of those 6 hits and all the runs came in the 4th inning. First pitch is a strike to Adelaide Hawk, who's 1 for 2, doubled and scored back in the 4th. Wave at a miss. That's line, and that's going to fall for a base hit in the left field. Adelaide Hawk now 2 for 3. Hits in back-to-back innings. A couple defensive changes as well for the Sea Cows. We'll go over here in just a moment. First pitch is a strike to Jenna Redders. New outfield for the Sea Cows. McKinney in left, Vienn in center, Boardwine in right. Same defense on the infield, except for Wheatley is now the new catcher behind the plate. Third to first, Watson, James, Bonilla, or Urban. Jenna Redders, 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. Fouls that one away. We'll do it again. No balls and 2 strikes. Over at BCS, the Queens now with a 5-1 lead over the Rivermocks. They're in the bottom of the 6th. Earlier today, it was the Circus over the Aquanauts. 9-0 in 5 innings. Over on field 1, they're in the top of the 5th, and the Fins lead the rodeo 8-3. So a day where we're seeing some teams at the bottom of the league table trying to get some wins, making it where they can avoid playing on day 1 of the playoffs. And it's a 12-team single elimination bracket that will get underway next Thursday. Top 4 teams get a bye, and the bottom 4 teams have to play in the first round. Circus trying to climb out of there. Fins trying to climb out of there. These Skeeters trying to climb out of there. That's going to get down for a base hit in the right center field gap. Hawk now will round third, and she'll come in to score. RBI double for Jenna Redders, and the Skeeters tack another one on there within 2. It's now 6-4 Sea Cows. Took a minute for Vienn in the outfield to get that one in. First pitch to Shadwick. Skied to left. The catch is made. And they'll get it in to keep the runner at second. Good throw from McKinney. So now 2 out. Runner on second for a new batter. Avery Miller getting her first at-bat of the day. She came in replacing Brooke Seinhorst at first last inning. Fouls that one off. Miller is 9 of 17 on the season, batting .529. 2 runs scored, 8 runs driven in, has a couple of doubles, 6 walks, and a hit by pitch. .667 the OBP. That one's outside. 2 balls and strike. Tying run to the plate for the Skeeters here in the bottom of the 5th. Ground ball to first. Diving and winning the race. Back to the bag is Urban after she lost her footing momentarily. For out number 3 to retire the side. The Skeeters inch their way closer as they get 1 run on 2 hits, no errors and 1 left. We played 5, 6-4. Sea Cows with the lead. This is the FGCL. .6-4 Sea Cows as we head to the top of the 6th inning. Gabrielle Bonilla leading things off, 9-10-1. First pitch is back to the pitcher. Mork has it. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the 6th. New catcher for the Skeeters, Annalise Weinberger, now behind the plate. Vela Mansfield will be the batter. She's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. Sea Cows scored 6 in the first inning, and the Skeeters have been trying to claw back ever since.
One ball, 1 strike.
Stopped out and missed. Ball and 2 strikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Called strike 3 on the outside edge. And there's 2 away. Back to the top of the order. Bailey McKinney's the batter. She's 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored. Swung on and missed. Kenny almost literally came out of her shoes on that swing. 2-2. Fouled off. Stays alive. No, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Uniform colors very similar today. Uniforms here in the FGCL, courtesy of Evo Shield, official uniform provider of the American Collegiate League. Swing on and miss. 4 strike 3. Kenny Chase slow it inside, and that's 3 up and 3 down for the Sea Cows here in the 6th. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning, 6-4. Sea Cows with the lead. This is the FGCL. Six-4 Sea Cows, bottom of the 6th. Race work leading things off for the Skeeters. First pitch to her, opposite way and through. Nice work with her first hit of the FGCL season. She's excited. And now the tying run coming to the plate for the Skeeters. Runner coming in for the Skeeters. Miller will run for Rourke. And Annalise Weinbarger getting her first at-bat of the day. First pitch to her, fouled away. 4 strike 1. Weinbarger batting .370. She's 10 of 27, 5 runs scored, 7 RBIs, 3 homers, a double. and 2 walks. Now down the count 0-2. Barger, the redshirt junior at Winthrop this past season. Lines this to short. The catch is made. No chance for a double off, but there's now one away. For Tegan Riley, who is 0 for 1. She struck out in the second, walked in the fourth. First pitch is a ball. Very much to their credit, the Skeeters did not fold the tents after they gave up the 6 runs in the first inning. They've held the Sea Cows there and have battled back. Now just trail by 2 and have the tying run at the plate here in the 6th. High for ball 4. Runners now on first and second with 1 out, and the go-ahead run to the plate. First pitch swung on and missed by Avery Barton, who is 1 for 2, had an RBI single back in the 4th inning. Capped off the 3-run inning.
One ball, 1 strike.
That one's fouled away.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
One, two, just misses. Fouled that one up. That one's popped up. Deep second, shallow center, charging in and making the catch is VM for out number 2.
Even though an outfielder caught that, that's still an infield fly.
Ended up being an infield fly call, but catch was made. There's 2 away for Kate Westmiller. 0 for 2. First pitch is outside for ball 1. We have a final from BCS. The Queens knock off the Rivermocks 5-3. We got a couple games over there today. Not available for streaming, but that was the only way we could get all the games in after the delays this morning. Two to 1 now, the count on Westmiller. 2-2. Line to third, catch is made for out number 3 to win the inning. The Skeeters threatening, but cannot get on the board here in the 6th. No runs on a hit, no errors. 2 left. We've played 6-4 Sea Cows. This is the FGCL. Reagan Wheatley leading things off for the Sea Cow. For the Sea Cows here in the 7th. First pitch is swung on and missed for strike 1. Trying to get some insurance before the Skeeters have a chance in the bottom of the 7th. 6-4 Sea Cows. That one's lined to center. That's down for a base hit. So leadoff single for Reagan Wheatley starts things off for the Sea Cows. McKinney will come out to courtesy run for the catcher, Wheatley. That brings up Tara Vandewater. It is a strike. Runner didn't go. Vandewater is 1 for 2. Walked and scored in the first, singled in the second, grounded out in the 4th. Going this time, and out stealing as Weinbarger with the laser behind home plate. And there's one away. Now bases are clear. Popped up. Redders will make the catch. There's now quickly 2 away. His Grace Rourke has been excellent in relief, keeping the Skeeters in it here. For Jensen Vien, she is 1 for 2. RBI double and scored in the first, walked in the second, struck out in the 5th. First pitch outside for ball 1. The win for the Queens puts them now in 2nd place, combining with the Aquanauts' loss. River Rocks have fallen to 7th, and the Sea Cows with a victory here would tie them at 5 and 7. Trying to stay in the top 8, and that one is laced in the left center field gap, and that's going to get all the way to the wall. Vien will dig for second. She'll stand up there with a 2-out double. which makes the caught stealing even bigger. Because McKinney definitely would have scored from second had she been safe, and probably would have scored from first had she not tried it. And now with 2 outs and a runner on second, Brooke Watson is the batter. 0 for 2. First pitch, foul tipped in the glove for strike one. Watson walked and scored back in the first inning, reached on a fielder's choice in the second, and reached on an error in the 5th inning. Little inside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And coming up next here on field 2, it'll be the Pioneers taking on the Slice. Ground ball, that is going to get past the shortstop Redders, and coming in to score is Vienne. And the Sea Cows get an insurance run here in the 7th. Their first run since the first. It is now 7-4. RBI single for Brooke Watson. Great diving attempt by Redders, but she could not come up with it. Bree Urban now the batter. First pitch to her is low. Threw back behind Watson, but she was back in time. Urban is 2 for 3 with a RBI single in the first, a strikeout in the second, and a double in the 5th. And there's another base hit into center field. 3 for 4 day for Bree Urban. Runners now on first and second with 2 out. For Coco James. She's 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored back in the first inning. Quite a game over on field 1. The Finns now leading the rodeo 8-7. They're in the top of the 6th. First pitch to James. Grounded to first, to the pitcher. Underhand throw from Rourke is in time for out number 3 to retire the side. The Sea Cows get an insurance run here in the 7th. They get 1 run on 4 hits. No errors and 2 left. We head to the bottom of the 7th. The last chance for the Skeeters at 7-4. Sea Cows with the lead. This is the FGCL. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. The last chance for the Skeeters. It's 7-4. Sea Cows with the lead. Ava Castillo leading things off for the Skeeters in the 7th. 10-1-2 facing Allie Bunch. Trying to finish things off for the Sea Cows. The first pitch is outside for ball one. Castillo 0 for 2 with a couple of ground outs. Third inning of relief for Bunch. She's given up 1 run on 3 hits in relief so far. Slow roller to second. Bonilla has to hurry. The throw is not in time. An infield base hit for Ava Castillo to start things off here in the 7th. Slow roller right to second, but Bonilla is a little late charging in. And with Castillo's speed, she reached. Back to top of the order, Adelaide Hawk. First pitch to her. Fouled away for strike one. Hawk 2 for 3, pop out in the first, a double with a run scored in the 4th, single with a run scored in the 5th. And that's going to fall for a base hit into right field. Runners now on first and second with nobody out. Back-to-back singles by Castillo and Hawk. It's now a 3 for 4 day for Hawk in the leadoff spot for the Skeeters. Will now bring up Jenna Redders. The tying run at the plate with nobody out here in the 7th. Redders 2 for 3 with an RBI double, a single and a run scored. One O's a ground ball to short. They'll throw to third to get the lead runner. Castillo is out. That's the only out that the Sea Cows can get. So Redders reaches on the fielder's choice. Runners on first and second with 1 out. Now for Lindsay Chadwick. First pitch is a ball to Chadwick. 1 for 3 with an RBI single and a run scored in the 4th. A couple of flyouts to left around that. Skeeters have given themselves a chance here in the bottom of the 7th. In the game which they trailed 6-0 after the first inning. Called strike 2-1, and Chadwick takes a moment. Now gets herself ready. 2-1 is in there for a strike, 2-2. Bunch in the circle, a sophomore at Barton this past season, is in the transfer portal. So the out is recorded on the strikeout, even though the ball popped out of the glove of the catcher. First base was occupied. And with 2 outs, Avery Miller will be the last chance for the Skeeters. First pitch to Miller is a ball. Miller's 0 for 1 with a ground out. The 1-0 pitch. Fly ball, but that is going to go foul. Slice foul down the left field line. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Hey, 1 ball, 1 strike.
high and outside, 2-1. With a win, the Sea Cows would stay in the top 8. Skeeters with a win would have their path to climb out of the bottom 4. Called strike. Counts full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners on first and second. The base runners will get a head start here. And the payoff pitch. Fouled away. Another 3-2. Another foul ball. Bunch looks in. Another 3-2 right back up the middle, and that's going to get through. Rounding third is Hawk. She will score. And now, safe at third because of obstruction is Redders. So an RBI single for Avery Miller. It's now 7-5. Runners are on the corners, still with 2 outs for Grace Rourke. She singled her first time, or last time, I should say. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Rourke 1 for 3 with that single, which was her first of the FGCL season. Ground ball to second, stopped by Bonilla. The throw from her knees is in time for out number 3 to retire the side and end the ball game. For the Skeeters here in the 7th, they get 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. Your final score is Sea Cows 7, Skeeters 5. With the win, the Sea Cows improve to 5-7. The Skeeters fall to 2-9. Sea Cows, 7 runs on 11 hits. They did not commit an error, and they left 9 runners on base. For the Skeeters, 5 runs on 12 hits. They committed 2 errors, and they left 8 runners on. Once again, your final score, Sea Cows 7, Skeeters 5. Coming up next, it's game 2 of the day here on field number 2, as it'll be the Pioneers taking on the Slice. That's coming up in 30 minutes. Until then, I'm Tom Canterbury, and this is the FGCL.